субтитри.
Така е. Аз почвам да записвам, да има малко така преди разговора нещо като интро. Само ще кажа нещо. Hey Ivan, if you're here and ready, whenever you're ready, man.
Hello, hello. Do you hear me?
Hello, we can hear you. We can't see you currently.
Cannot see me?
Yeah, the camera is loading, at least for me.
Yeah.
Peter, are
Just
you
a minute.
seeing him?
It's still loading for me as well. Hi Ivan, nice to meet you.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man. Maybe you can try to lower the resolution, I guess. Okay, it's loaded now. Okay, give me a second to roll the intro and let's rock and roll. Malцев, really nice to meet you. You are a fellow Ukrainian, as far as I know. I'm really happy to talk to you. I'm here today co-hosted by my friend Peter, who is also my associate, and he's going to help me create a good interview with you. I'm gonna share my screen so people in the video in the YouTube channel can then probably see you better, so you can probably ignore my page, but it's really nice to meet you. And how are you, man?
Thank you. Feeling good.
Nice.
Excited about our interview.
Nice. So we decided to create this kind of emergent Discord live stream because my friend Alex found your project and we really found it pretty amazing, to be honest, and kind of innovative as well. But before talking about it, you have a very long past of being part of other projects and actually building a lot of stuff. So can you start by introducing yourself and what is your background and what is your specialty?
Sure. Thank you. So I started my career as a lawyer. I worked in the court for a few years, representing the interest of international pharmaceutical companies. It was not so fun, so I decided to explore other areas, and crypto was something that was really new back then in 2016. So I started to explore and just learning how it works. I started to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP back in 2016. It was not so simple actually in Ukraine. So I had to use my connections with a guy who was working on his IT company to find a guy who is actually owning some Bitcoin. And that guy who was owning and sending me some crypto, exchanging my cash to the crypto, actually he just came out of the prison and he was managing the portfolio of like rich prisoners, you know, some rich criminals. And this is how I actually entered this market in 2016. So he was my mentor for almost 1 year. And in 2017, I quit my job. Applied for several roles to better understand how the investment process works in the professional funds and investment institutions. So I started my career in 2018 as an analyst and then as a portfolio manager. I worked in the family office that was based in Asia. So it was investing in liquid assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and illiquid assets like startups and their tokens. So early stage opportunities as well. I worked with them for 2.5 years. At the same time, I was traveling, learning, exploring DeFi and investing in a lot of ICOs since 2017. And then in 2020, I received a scholarship to study in the US. that was actually financed by US government. So they selected 20 Ukrainians, entrepreneurs and investors, and we moved together to Washington, DC, then to Austin, and then to San Diego and LA. Spent some time together, and actually 2 of Ukrainians with whom I was working became my partners. So Taras and Dima, and we started together 3X Capital in 2021. So right now 3X Capital is an investment firm. So we focus on early stage startups. We invest in equity and their tokens. We have around 50 investments in our portfolio right now. Closing one interesting deal actually right now might be also interesting for your community to explore, but I think it's a separate topic of our conversation. So coming back, I have legal background. Then I was working in the investment sphere as an analyst, and right now I'm managing the fund. So I'm a general partner in the investment fund called 3X Capital. When I was traveling a lot back in 2020, 2021, I discovered a lot of interesting opportunities in the property rental space. So I offered one of my friends with whom we were investing also together in different crypto projects to start Rent Space as a property rental platform for specifically crypto investors like myself. You can right now, instead of paying taxes, paying fees for conversion, they can use their crypto in order to rent the property. So something that you have shared before, the website, it's a prototype. So we built it in 2022 just to have an understanding how it will work. But right now we received a grant from Dfinity Foundation, and we are building a mobile application, so mobile app, that will allow crypto holders to use their cryptocurrencies and pay for different type of property rental services worldwide. So we are integrating Booking.com right now. That is the largest platform, and we plan to have the 80% of the properties worldwide from Booking.com. And our goal will be to take care of the crypto community, so to offer different types of rewards and benefits that will attract people like myself to use the platform instead of just, converting our profits into fiat and then paying fiat to Airbnb or Booking. You can simply use your crypto and rent your property. So that was the initial idea. I can speak for an hours about that, but I'm looking forward to your questions.
Yeah. Okay.
So I would like to ask you a question, because you've had a very interesting journey, Ivan, and you've seen a lot of projects in the space, a lot of a dozen projects fail and one succeeds, and succeeds is a relative term. So I've also worked before for a DAO investment organization, and unfortunately, the investments themselves weren't fruitious as much as from what I see in your 3X Capital portfolio. So I would like to actually, before we get into Rent Space, I would like to delve a little bit deeper into your thought process as an investor. So what to you and to your peers makes a project really stand out? And what is the due diligence that you guys do when you are providing investment for just a blockchain startup?
Sure. So there are so many criteria that it will be hard to explain even in 5 meetings, all of them. But in general, I can explain how the process looks like. We have a CRM system with all projects that come through different parties. So the projects can come through our internal screening, internal search. They can come through our partners, and startup founders can submit the projects to our CRM. Through the link in our website. So when the project is in our CRM, it moves to the screening phase, and we have 4 investment analysts who are doing screening. So they are doing initial research, initial due diligence of the project. After the screening, we discuss every week the projects with our team. So where partners, venture partners, and investment analysts join. During the meeting, we select few projects with whom we would like to continue the communication, and analysts set up the meetings with them for the next week. For the first meeting, we have a list of 15 questions that we need to address in order to move forward with the second phase that is called due diligence, where we usually deep dive into all things from the past experiences of the founder to the legal documents to soft or safe agreements. It depends on the type of the deal. So the second phase is called due diligence. We are like speaking with startup for months or two and asking a lot of questions about everything from the past of the founders to the financials and legal things that needs to be understood. And of course, after this, we organize investment committee. This is the meeting that we do one time per month, usually the first Tuesday of the new month. And we discuss together with a group of experts from different spheres. We discuss the project that is presented in the form of the analytical report by the investment analyst. So every month we have from 3 to 5 projects that are presented during this investment committee meeting. And after this meeting, we send a form via email to all participants. And we have 2 simple questions, actually. And these questions helps a lot. The first one, maybe it will be interesting for you because your community is doing a lot of investments. And if you can ask after the due diligence process, do you think this project is investable? So will you invest your money in this project? If a person say yes, there is a second question that is more important. So it is why. So why you invest or not invest in the project. And then a person provides a short description why he would like to invest in the project. And we collect all this data from all participants of the investment committee, and usually we have from 10 to 15 participants. We analyze it and do our decision. So usually we invest tickets from $100,000 to $250,000 in every project. Sometimes we invest smaller tickets when we are not so sure what will happen, but our last deal that we are closing this week will be $175,000.
Okay, can I ask an additional question? How many projects do you invest on a monthly basis or on a yearly basis?
On monthly, it's maximum 1 project. It's really hard to invest more. So if I'm speaking about early stage, because we have our early stage portfolio and we have our DeFi portfolio. And DeFi, it's something that we can liquidate anytime. So I believe your community is working a lot with different emerging protocols on different chains that allows you to farm some potential airdrop or have APY from staking or providing liquidity. So there are so many opportunities in the space. And we have our DeFi portfolio that includes 65 DeFi projects right now. So the majority of the projects that probably we invested or we are using in our DeFi portfolio, you already know. But still, there are some projects that are very early. Like the one that we invest right now, it's ТОВА. It's a gaming blockchain on ZK Sync. So ZK Sync, it's layer 2 blockchain for Ethereum that has a unique technology and leverage the security of Ethereum, but brings more scalability to the network. And ТОВА, it's a layer 3 blockchain with some great game that probably maybe you heard about it, called ТОВА Run. So maybe someone in the community heard about this game. I'm not a gamer at all, but I think that either gaming or social media can bring next billion people to crypto, because there are only 2 categories, 2 niches in crypto that can bring billions of users. And those niches are, as I mentioned, gaming and social media. So if one of this niche will actually create something great, we will receive a lot of traction from Web2 users, from gamers, or from people who are using social medias on daily basis, like people who are using Discord and Instagram and TikTok and some others.
Okay, great.
So sorry, maybe I too long answer.
It's a great answer. We like to hear everything about it. And honestly, let's dive deep into rent space, because it's on the spotlight right now. So my question here is, there have been many blockchain projects that have tried to utilize blockchain technology for space rental, but none of them have managed to become commercial. What do you think was their roadblock, and how is rent space different?
Yeah, actually, I know 2 projects that tried, and one of them succeed. So it's one of the largest competitor in the space, called ТОВА. It is supported by Binance. So they have a very big player who is providing a lot of support in terms of marketing, in terms of technical development and financial support. In our case, we are using ICP for building our app. So right now we are doing all smart contracts and all storage on ICP blockchain. So the storage of personal data, the storage of the property rental, like of all apartments, pictures, videos, data will be stored on ICP. And we are adding some cool Web3 features to the application that makes our project more attractive for the community. For instance, who remembers when the program of AIRBNB, the referral program, has ended? So I will answer to this question. Probably you don't remember. It was in 2021. So since then, AIRBNB didn't manage to launch any programs to reward and appreciate the support from the community. And I think it's a big problem of big players. So they are not thinking about other people. So they are thinking about their numbers and their growth. And what we want to do in a different way, we would love to provide some huge rewards to our community. And of course, receive a lot of feedback and support, because right now from ICP we have a lot of developers who are helping us to build the mobile application. So something that you see, it's a first version, a prototype of the platform right now, but it is functional. So we uploaded here some basic properties where you can see how it works. It has a built-in social media, so every host and guest has its own profile. Usually on LinkedIn, the profiles is closed. They are opened only after you pay for the property. So when you have the payment, you can see who will be your guest or who will be your host. So we want to have an open platform for everyone. That will allow people to understand who will be traveling to your property, or what host is owning the property where I will be traveling. And of course, there are many other features. Like, one of the pains that we have understood during the interviews of crypto users, that when they travel in a group, for instance, to do some ski or to do some snowboarding or to swim somewhere, they need to pay. Like, I can pay myself, but I cannot divide the payment to other travelers. So every time when we are traveling together, I'm paying, and then you are sending money back to me. So what if we are building this solution that allows collaborative booking, and people who are paying, they can pay in different currencies. So I can pay in Ethereum, and you can pay in USDT, and my another friend can pay in fiat. So it allows us to
payment. You can all
yes
pay. The 3 of you pay separately, until you get the full price?
Yes. So we have like 100% that needs to be paid, and we divide this payment into 3 parts, and every party can pay in the currency that he or she wants. So this is something that we also want to introduce. It's called like collaborative booking. Here you can see also the prototype of the financial financial numbers of the host and guest. It's just a prototype, so it doesn't represent the actual data, but we have already completed 2 milestones of our software development on ICP. So that was agreed with Definity Foundation. And we have built a host and a guest profiles. So on the mobile app, you will see everything that is already done, where a host can upload his property and the property will be listed in the mobile application. Also, something unique that we would like to have from the beginning is a video format of the property. So instead of just seeing the pictures that you can see right now in our platform, guests will be able to see videos from the hosts, like in TikTok. So short form videos, like 15-20 seconds of every room. Instead of boring pictures and descriptions, we are adding this cool TikTok style format that will allow our guests to also better understand how the property looks like.
And one of the main issues with Airbnb that I have seen people complain about is that the property that they visit isn't what it is in reality. So that's a very big plus. And what I hear you say is quite a lot of interesting things, and I have so many questions, but it's hard for me to pinpoint where to start. But let's start with the fees, because on your website you say that you have 1% fees which are paid in your token, 3% in any other crypto, and 5% in fiat, which I also suppose takes in the commission for the payment processors. So Booking.com and Airbnb take in between 13 and 15% from the fees. So why do you think there's such a big difference in what you are requiring for payment as a fee and what from Bookings.com's perspective, for example? And how do you think, or what stage do you think you need to reach for this to be viable and scalable?
Sure, that's a great question. We were doing this prototype in 2022. So right now we will not charge any fees from the clients. So we will be doing the conversion during the first year for free. So let's say you are a crypto user who saw a great property that he wants to rent and want to pay in the crypto. So you pay directly through us to the Booking.com. Booking pays us 25% from the revenue. So we are receiving revenue not from our clients, crypto users, we are receiving revenue from Booking.com. Mm-hmm. And we are paying back rewards. So we are paying back to our users points that will be converted into rent space tokens in the future. So simply speaking, we will not charge in the beginning our users any additional fees for paying the property rent. So they will have only conversion and withdrawal fee. So conversion fee is usually from 0.5 to 1.5%. And withdrawal fee depends on the currency. So in Solana, ICP, it will be very cheap, but on Ethereum mainnet, it can cost you probably, like from $7 to a few $100s when the gas price goes high.
Yeah. Okay. So if I understood correctly, you are using in a way Booking.com interface, or I don't know the exact word you said. So how are you exactly lowering the fees? So are you upping the price a little so you can arbitrage for the fees, or how is it sustainable? I'm sorry if I didn't understand the answer to your answer.
From from our side, we will be receiving part of the fees that user paid to Booking. So Booking will pay 25% for us as a fee. So let's say you're traveling with your friend Tom, both you are crypto users, and you will pay for 2 days of the property rent $1,000. So you are paying through us in different currencies, in Solana, in Ethereum. You're paying through us. We are doing conversion. We do not charge you anything. We are paying this money to Booking.com, and we are paying a fiat to Booking.com. And Booking.com charge right now they charge from 15 to 25% the fee. So on average it's 20%. So from this 20%, we will receive 25%. That means that Rent Space will earn 5% from every travel that will be done in the beginning. Later on, based on their program, we can grow up to 40% and receive 40% from booking fees. So we don't want to charge crypto investors. We would like to offer them this simple way to pay for the property rent, especially in the beginning, because in property rental business there are like two sides: hosts and guests. So we cannot work without one of the sides. So we decided why we should work a lot with hosts and spend 2-5 years and probably millions of dollars in order to have this amount of properties as Booking has right now, instead of focusing on crypto users, integrating Booking and providing to these users something that they want. And what they want to have fun, they want to invest, they want to have some simple option to use their crypto. So in my country, I don't know how it works in your country. If you have some profit in crypto, you have to pay tax. And in my country, the tax is from 5% to 20%. So from every crypto that I earn, I need to pay minimum 5%. After that, I can convert this crypto to fiat, to hryvnia in Ukraine, or to euro and dollars. And of course, for this conversion, I also pay. And usually payment for conversion is from 0.5 to 1.5. I think in your country, it's similar. So in the end, I have 6.5% that I pay to have my money in fiat and to use it. In our case, we can offer the opportunity for you to use your crypto and spend it on the travel. So we are all travelers here. So probably many of members of your community are living in different countries and using their crypto to rent the property. But every time they need to do that, they need to pay tax to make it legal, and they need to convert money to have fiat on their balance. And not everyone wants to do that.
Okay.
So is it correct to assume that you will not be trying to onboard non-Web3 users into crypto, but instead you are tailoring your product to crypto users?
Yes. This is something that we want to do, and ICP is just the first step for us. So we maybe you saw we received a grant from ICP. We're building their product on ICP, launching the first NFT collection on ICP, and right now we are receiving a grant from Solana. So the second collection will be on Solana, and our app will integrate many wallets from Solana, like Phantom and some other wallets that probably you use in your community. So we will have the second collection on Solana, and we will integrate part of solutions on Solana, and then we will move forward to the next chain. So we plan to have 5 collections and 5 chains, 5 different ecosystems that we will start onboarding right now from the ICP to other larger chains like Binance Smart Chain, Solana, and some others.
This is actually one.
Sorry, please.
This is actually one of the questions I wanted to ask you. Is you have invested in quite a few layer ones from 3x Capital. Why did you choose ICP specifically to start with?
Actually, it was because of the friendship with Bruno. So Bruno is a CEO of ICP Hub in Indonesia. He's based in Bali. He's growing ICP there, and he's one of our investors as well. And we were speaking with him about TrendSpace, just a friendly talk, and he mentioned that, Ivan, I like your idea. I like this real world project that can bring more traction to our ecosystem. And he offered, if you apply to the grant, we will support you and we will provide you not only grant money, but also developers. So something that we received unique from ICP, it's a team of developers. So just imagine, they are not just giving us money, they're doing all development for us right now. And we are taking care of marketing of the product, legal things as well. But the huge part that was needed from them is the software development, and they are doing this. And this is something amazing about ICP and their hubs. So right now ICP has 17 hubs worldwide, and all of them have engineers. So they have teams that can help you not only with financing your product, accelerating you, but also they will provide you some technical resources that can build on their blockchain. So maybe you know something about ICP. I'm a big fan. Before I was not very bullish on that because ICP just launched, I think, 2.5 years ago. It was approximately May or June 2021. But as of now, they have proven themselves as one of the most scalable layer 1 blockchain, and something that they are offering right now for their startups is unique, because it's not only money, it's also developers. And for us, it's really great to have professional team who is building right now, and building not only Web2 solution as an app, but also all smart contracts, all integrations with booking, with payment solutions, they're doing themselves. So this is something that I really love from ICP. And also, of course, the marketing and PR support. So during the past I think 1 month, we are doing quite aggressive marketing campaigns. Our community is growing really fast, and we receive a lot of support from ambassadors, companies from ICP, ICP hubs. So to sum up, we have financial support from them, we have developer support, and we have marketing support. And this is huge. For the project in the early stage, to have a great partner that can provide you these 3 things, it's very important. And of course, I could speak with some other projects who might be interested to work with us, and we just wanted to have someone who will provide more than just money, because money is something that you can use, and sometimes not very efficiently. But in our case, we are quite lean, so we are bootstrapping. We didn't raise any money and do not plan to raise any money right now. So we want to have a product that will generate revenue and be profitable from NFT collection, be profitable from property rental services, and then we will raise money. So when I will be speaking with the investors, I will be speaking from the position that we have already achieved something, and not something that I want you to give me something to achieve something, This is a different position, and I want to have this position when I will be in the conversations with investors.
Yeah, I have a really peculiar question about the ICP grants. When you receive whatever amount of money, are you contracted or obligated to spend it on the developers from the hub, which is supported in your area? Or how does it work? How are you obligated to spend the grant?
Sure. So in our case, Bruno was someone who actually introduced us to ICP, but we have developers from ICP Hub India. So Bruno is from Indonesia. We have developers from India, and we are paying all grant money based on the amount of work that they have done. So our project is divided into 3 technical milestones. And when the milestone is completed, ICP does payment to our wallet, and I'm transferring ICP tokens to the wallet of the developers. So that's how it works. So we are not earning any money right now. So we are sending money to developers.
Nice. Okay, so actually, I'm really interested to get into the topic of the NFTs. Can you explain what purpose do they serve, and what are you trying to do with the collection, and what is their utility as of right now, and when are you going to launch it?
Sure. There are so many questions. I will start that the purpose is very simple for me. It's to grow our community before we launch app itself, because we can build a great product, but no one will be using it because no one will know anything about it, you know. And our goal with launching the NFT collection was to bring more awareness and hype around the project. And of course, the NFTs shouldn't be just pictures or some animations. It doesn't make any sense. That's why we were thinking what values, what utilities we can add to the NFTs themselves. So in our project, we will have digital and physical utilities, and digital utilities includes points. So every NFT has a different amount of points that will be converted into rent-space tokens in the future, and every NFT provides an access to the next NFT collection launch through the whitelist. So when you own NFT, let's say on ICP, you will have a whitelist access to the collection on Solana. These are 2 digital utilities that will be integrated into the NFTs. And also we have physical utilities. So as I mentioned, first year of the platform, it will be free for everyone. But in the future, we will have some small fees that we will be charging from the property rental. So we will offer for the holders of NFTs discount on these fees from 10 to 50% discount. So if the NFT is in your wallet, you are automatically paying less fees to rent space in the future. And the last one, but not the least, it will be events. So we would love to organize different events on villas. So maybe you saw this concept of minimalistic villas, and we will rent these villas. The first one in May this year. In 10th of May, there will be a big virtual conference organized by ICP community, and different hubs will be doing different events, and all of them will have virtual and offline agenda. So one of the events of ICP Hub will be organized by Rentspace, where we will host in a villa, we will host the event, and owners of NFTs will have access to all our events for free. So this will be the first utility of the NFTs. Also, we plan to add 2 significant utilities during the next couple of months after the collection will be sold. So there will be 2 cool things that will be introduced very soon.
Nice. When is the launch of the collection on ICP chain exactly?
Yeah, we plan to do it in March. It will be from mid till the end of the March, so probably after 15th of March. So right now we are focusing on building the community and growing the awareness. So we have a marketing plan for the next 3 weeks, very intensive marketing campaigns. And after this, we will be launching on Yuku. Yuku is a company that was created by Yumi. Yumi is one of the largest NFT platforms, and Yuku are their, I can say, non-KYC platform for NFT investors, where you can invest without passing a KYC. On Yumi, it's not possible right now because they started to build their gold business. So they're tokenizing gold and selling the gold with Gold DAO or another company on ICP. So they decided that all investors should pass KYC. And they will have a separate company, Yuku, without KYC. So we decided to move forward with Yuku, and also Bruno from ICP introduced us to them.
Where can we find your communities, Ivan?
On Twitter, on Discord, on Telegram. We started to grow maybe 3 weeks ago. So scroll down to the website, scroll down, and you will find a link to our Twitter. Yes. So we started to build our communities quite aggressively 3 months ago, but launched the Twitter in March 2022. So during the past few months, we are doing a lot of campaigns. So you can see that we have onboarded a lot of ambassadors and partners during the past weeks who help us to grow rent space. Here you can see the team. The next picture, it's no, scroll down. It is from my apartment in Kyiv. We did a photo session a week ago. Here you can see Vlad, my chief operating officer, and our 2 marketing managers. So everything that you see in our Twitter is done by these amazing girls. And of course, we have also developers, we have advisors. So this is our main team that is right now growing and developing rent space. We will have more pictures soon. So we just did this photo session, and right now we are bringing more awareness through other communities. So doing different events on rent space and other profiles in order to grow this idea and to receive a lot of support and of course provide some rewards back to our ambassadors.
Okay.
I think it would be great if you guys can also link the Twitter, the Telegram and the Discord in the website, or use some sort of a shared link on your Twitter where you can have those linked, because it's important for our people to be able to know where they need to go to follow the updates of the project, because Twitter is a very nice space, but I suppose they also want to ask questions. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna have another question about the collection, because it's coming up, and is it open for everyone to buy the NFT? How many of them are? What will be the price? And when it comes to airdropping the holders of the NFT collection with your tokens, is it going to be 1-to-1? How are the money gonna be spent? It's just some technical questions I have.
Sure. Very good questions. So first of all, the supply of the collection will be limited to up to 500 NFTs. It might be smaller, but not bigger. So first collection will be very small. It will be on ICP, and as you know, ICP, it's not the largest community in the blockchain space, but it's a strong community that can that has earned a lot of money from different things. So what we would like to offer in terms of price, it will be very expensive comparing to other collections. So we will have 2 rounds, a whitelist round and public round. Whitelist will be the round that will be received for people who supported us during the early days. So they will be able to buy with a price with 60% discount from the public round. So I do not want to provide the number of the prices, because all of them will be reviewed and criticized and challenged by Yuku, because they are our partner and we rely on their expertise. But I can say the price will be from $100 to $200. It depends for the NFT, depends on the round. So to sum up, we will have a small collection with high price and a lot of value in the NFTs. And your last question was how we plan to spend money. So we will spend them on marketing. So what we need is it's a lot of marketing campaigns to onboard other ecosystems. So we are starting with ICP, then we are onboarding Solana and other chains to our app, and of course we will need money to grow it. So the money will be spent on events, on villas, will be spent on SEO strategies, on influencers, and some other things. So we will not have any salaries, me and my partner. So we just want to grow it big, like very big, and of course, hopefully benefit from that in the end. So just to answer your question, it will not be our like profit. It will be spent on the marketing campaigns before the launch.
Yeah, it's very nice to hear that, and honestly, I am really happy that you are planning to spend the money on growing. And in that regard, do you think it's possible for your idea to really catch on during the next bull run? Do you really think people are going to go wild on Web3? Because, you know, your platform is essentially a Web3. And my other question is, what are your thoughts on the crypto market as of right now? Do you think a big bull run is coming in the next few months or year?
Yes, I will start with the first one. So I think if we will do full application where people will not only rent a property, but will have some fun and have some gambling. So all of you are investors as myself, and we know this feeling when you bought some position and your position is growing and you are thinking a lot about this position. You know, you have this feeling of excitement of waiting something that will happen. So something that we will have in our app is this type of emotions, you know, emotions when you are, let's say, probably you remember Stepan, the mobile application where people were running, walking, earning. So we invested heavily in these NFTs. We lost a lot of money, but at the same time, we were running together with my team worldwide in the beginning of 2022 when the app was launched, and we were having fun. So something that I loved about this app was the user experience. So I don't know if you tried it personally, but we would love to bring something similar to the community that will excite them. So just imagine you will be building your portfolio of villas in your app. So you have different villas and all of them are farming points in your application. Nice. And you can have villas on Solana, on ICP, on other chain, and they will be farming the points when they are staked in the app. So something that we want to do. And we want to do it in a very funny, like cool format that will bring something extra, not just rent a property with us.
Yeah,
because I think you...
How does that work really? So if I have a property I want to put on your platform, do I have to put it for a specific currency or a specific chain? And how does that work as a host from the host viewpoint?
No, you are just, you have the same Web2 experience. So you are just adding your property and you, in the end, you select the currency that you want to have as a payment. Mm-hmm. So if you want to receive money in fiat, in euro, that's absolutely fine. It's perfect because in this case, you know what to do with your taxation. You know, the taxes is a big problem for us as a crypto investors when we are growing. When we are small, we are not thinking a lot about taxation. But when we have a lot of assets under management and government can see that you are buying something in the real world, you know, there might be some questions. That's why we don't want to bring more problems to the hosts. So they will have the same Web2 experience that they have in Booking or Airbnb. The one cool feature that we will add, it's a video, this TikTok style format of the property. So they can take their phone, do a quick video of every room, add a song in our app and launch it as a story, as an Instagram or TikTok story. So this is something that we will definitely bring to the host. And we have already done this technical feature, even compressing this video and uploading it into ICP storage.
Nice. Okay, what about the other question? Are you bullish on crypto right now? What's your viewpoint for the next few years? And what's your general scope of the economy right now? Because although it's really bullish, it's kind of suspicious in a way. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I agree with you. I will say transparently, I'm usually closing my positions and exiting the deals when I have some significant returns. So when ICP was growing from $3 to $12 and $13 and maybe higher, I was selling. So everyone has their own selling and entering strategies. So I use simple DCA. I'm not sure what will happen in the market. I'm not someone who knows some insider information or something like that. That's why I do not provide any like suggestions or my views on the next year. I have, like, I can say about myself, about my own portfolio, I have 80% in crypto right now. And I'm investing in I'm investing in 11 ecosystems right now. So different 11 blockchains with a focus on DeFi. So I'm a person who loves these financial opportunities that DeFi brings, from basic like lending and borrowing to something that is more cool, like liquid staking, and then using your liquid stake derivative as a collateral to borrow another asset and then use this asset to farm. So I love this, exotic strategies in DeFi. This is something that really excites me because you can generate 4 and sometimes 5 streams of revenue from one position. And this is amazing. Where you can have these opportunities in other cases in the investment. In the property rent, you can rent your property. You can have this, 1 to 5% per year from the property price. In crypto, you can provide your Ethereum for liquid staking through, let's say, through Swell. Maybe you know this solution on Ethereum mainnets. You can generate APY from staking, from liquid staking, from potential Swell token that will be launched in the end of Q1, and you will generate also EigenLayer points that also will be converted into the tokens. So simply speaking, from one asset in crypto, you can generate 4 streams of revenue. And also you can benefit from the growth of Ethereum itself. So it will be the 5th stream of revenue for you, potentially. And as you can see, Ethereum performed well, and I have never sold any Ethereum during the past 1.5 years. So from the actually more than 2 years now. From the last bull market, I didn't sell any Ethereum. I was just buying. So there are some currencies, like small altcoins, that are pumping and dumping, but there are some long-term positions. Like for me, it's Ethereum, mainly Ethereum. It's my main currency, but of course other tokens of other layer 1 blockchains, mainly governance tokens, of course. That I'm staking and using different protocols. So I'm bullish on some fundamental infrastructure, on some DeFi protocols, but of course I'm flipping many tokens, as you probably are doing with your community, when you have some 10 or 15x on some even small part of the tokens that were released. Like maybe you remember on the previous week we had two listings. One was Starknet token, and we are so unhappy with that one because we were farming. We have a separate department that is working on testing different blockchains. So we built a software, and we can test it on thousands of wallets, connecting different protocols to it. So we had 1,500 wallets on Starknet. that participated on these testing activities from March 2023.
So
we were testing
in the airdrop with all these wallets?
We hoped that we will receive something, but unfortunately we didn't receive anything. And you know the criteria, this 0.05 or something that should be on your wallet on Ethereum at the day of the snapshot. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
So of course we are very unhappy with that one, but at the same time, we received a very successful drop from BTC BitsCrunch. Do you know BitsCrunch? So they had also a quite successful token sale. So the token were listed with significant returns for us. At the same time, we had some accounts that were doing testing of the BitsCrunch, and they also received a drop. So the drop was not so high, but for 200 accounts with $250, it's 50K. For some small activities, it's quite good, from my opinion.
Yes.
Okay, so I want to touch a little bit again on rent space, Ivan. So what is your roadmap in terms of product launch? When do you think you would have a usable software, and how do you see the software growing?
Yeah, so right now, we just, on the previous week, we completed the second milestone. So during the next week, we will announce that we have done a lot of technical progress in the development, and we have some steps that we need to achieve in order to make our application fully accessible to the customers. So simply speaking, we need to integrate booking right now, and we need to integrate payment solutions to the mobile app. So the payment solution will allow us to convert crypto into fiat and to transfer this fiat to Booking.com. And the integration with Booking.com will allow us to have the majority of the properties from all over the world in our app. We plan to achieve it in 2 months, but it can take longer because the integration is not very simple, especially with Booking.com. It's a very complex integration that will potentially need more time than we expect, but we target to have an app fully launched and fully fully ready in the beginning of the May. So why May? Because we will organize this ICP conference on 10th of May. It will be worldwide, and we will be one of the products that will be featured around it. So you can use RentSpace app to book your property and travel to the conference. And I hope ICP community, I'm sure they will be actually our first adopters, early adopters of our app. So they will start using it. And then we will have many other events and conferences, mainly tech conferences, where crypto investors like you, like me, are traveling, and they will need a service to rent a property. And we will just target to provide a high quality service and solution for them, for crypto investors. Yeah, I'm sorry, please, Peter.
No, please go ahead.
So our marketing will be tied to different crypto conferences and tech events worldwide, where travelers like myself, like you, will be going, obviously. And of course, we will do different organic strategies like SEO, influencers marketing, Twitter, all these things like AMAs, Twitter Spaces. We will organize many of them. Of course, partnerships with other ecosystems like Solana, Binance Smart Chain will allow us to onboard other like thousands of users potentially to our app. So as I mentioned, our roadmap is to launch all these like collections and have 5 different chains where for crypto investors that they can use their assets to pay for the property rent. And at the same time, launching this NFT collection will help us to grow our community in every chain, because every new chain, new collection, like a villas of the future, villas of the next decades. This is how we think it in a more kind of futuristic way.
Do you have any concerns actually about Ethereum and how many Ethereum users will use your product, or what would be the incorporated costs of exchanging Ethereum to other coins? Because, as you know, the taxes on Ethereum can go sky high. So have you thought about this, and do you have any expectations on maybe which chain would be transfer as a user base to you?
Yeah, so actually we do not plan to integrate Ethereum, especially from the beginning. So we will focus on other highly scaling layer 1 blockchains and scaling layer 2 solutions like ZK Sync or Arbitrum can become our potential partners with rent space. Because obviously they're offering faster transactions. For us, it's also important. So just imagine what we need to do. We need to pay for the host to book this property. So without a payment, the property cannot be booked. So if the transaction will go like for 5, 10, 15 minutes, it's too long for us, because another person can book it during this period of time. That's why our idea is to work only with highly scalable blockchains like ICP, Solana, different layer 2 blockchains, as I mentioned, ZK Sync, Arbitrum can be great partners for us, Optimism, and many others. So I do not think that we will move forward with Ethereum. Otherwise, only if they will have a successful upgrade. So probably you heard that very soon Ethereum will have a very big technical upgrade that will decrease the fees on the majority of layer 2 blockchains. And probably on Ethereum itself. So I'm waiting for this upgrade, as I'm a big Ethereum maxi, I could say, as an investor. But in terms of the scaling opportunities on Ethereum right now, it is very problematic, and the fees are going up and down. So you know this.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a solution for us, especially in the beginning, maybe on the later stages.
Okay, so I have another question about your potential token launch. When do you think it's going to come up, and which chain do you think you're going to launch it on then?
Yeah, so we don't want to launch a token very soon. So first of all, build a great product, have a demand, have a user base, then move forward with the token launch. And of course, there are many circumstances like the market conditions that can influence our decision. But as of now, we do not think that we will launch the token in the mid of the year, maybe in the end of the year, or next year. So we are not in a hurry with that. We want to build a product, grow community, have some traction, and later on offer a token as an additional bonus and reward for the community and for the team, of course. But right now, I do not see any sense of it. Of course, it might be easy to raise money, and to have some money for the next couple of years for the runway. But I do not think it's a sustainable strategy. So right now, we want to prove that we can execute and we can provide something that people really want. And after this, we can move forward with some additional assets. So our focus will be on integrating all these chains and their wallets and offering great solution for crypto investors, specifically for crypto developers, for the whole crypto community.
Nice. As far as the chain goes, have you thought about which chain are you going to launch it on, or that is still something that you haven't really put a lot of thought into?
Of course. We were speaking with many partners, and on the next week we finally will receive the answer from Solana Foundation. We had a meeting with them on Wednesday this week, and on Monday they promised in the beginning of the week provide the feedback. So if we have their support, we will participate in hackathon called Coliseum. So if you didn't check, it will be the largest hackathon in the world that will have the highest prizes in the history. So some winners of the hackathon will receive up to $250,000. So we would love to participate with our team during the hackathon, and hopefully Solana will be the next chain for us. And of course, if everything will be successful with Solana, if we will receive their support, maybe we will launch the token there. We actually were considering ICP in the beginning, but later on, when we analyzed the projects on ICP and their performance of their tokens, we understood that there are not so many successful cases, and probably ICP is not something where we want to have our token, because there will be a lack of liquidity potentially.
Okay, so Peter, do you have something?
Yeah,
else?
yeah, just maybe one of the final questions. How do you want to interconnect the NFTs on ICP with the token? Because they would be on different chains. Have you thought about this? Just as an example.
Yeah, actually, this is a really nice question. I do not have the final idea and vision how to execute that, but definitely we will do something like messaging all participants on ICP around our token launch and asking them to provide their wallets on Solana or another chain when the token will be launched to receive this airdrop. So yeah, actually, this is a really great thing for us to think. So if you have any ideas on that, and maybe you saw some projects that executed similar strategies, it might be very interesting. Or one more solution that potentially can work is to partner up with Wormhole or with Layer 0 to have the token that will be on different chains. So maybe this can work, but I'm not sure how technically it will be executed.
Nice.
Okay.
So we as a community are heavily focused on DeFi projects, and we're definitely on the lookout for the next big thing. And your project definitely seems like it has the potential to be the one. So I really am wishing you best of luck. You seem like a very genuine person, and a very driven one, and a very well-connected one, a competent person. So I can only admire and get inspired by your words and by your desire to achieve a lot of things. So I thank you very much for you being here in the space. Our community will definitely be on the lookout for your NFT launch on ICP, and why not on Solana, because we dive into Solana as well. So thank you very much for being here. If you have any last comments to add, I will be more than happy to hear, and I will be also happy if you drop the Telegram and Discord links in the chat. We have made you a specific category in our Discord. It's right somewhere at the very bottom, if I understood correctly, because Alex created it. So I will be very happy to follow up with you. And Ivan, thank you very much for being a guest at our show and our space.
Thank you, Ivan. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
Yeah, thank you a lot, guys, for hosting. Love to speak transparently with different communities, and pleasure to be a part of yours. Definitely we'll share the links, and I just encourage you, if you have any ideas, concerns, any thoughts about RentSpace or other projects, or you would like to cooperate in any way, feel free to DM me on Twitter. So I will be checking my messages, or my assistant will check and provide you a feedback. So looking forward to connect with everyone here, and thank you for making this happen.
Yeah.
We also, one final thing, we also have created a space for you in the Discord. If you can post your Discord links and Telegram links there once you have them, so our community can join. That would be
at the
amazing.
It's at the very top. It's called Rent Space, right below the Bybit one.
Sure.
Yeah. So one.
Thank you.
My last comment is that we also plan to build things in the space, and we are gathering people who are competent. So I'll be very happy to keep in touch with you, and thank you again for being our guest today here, Ivan.
Sure. Thank you for inviting. That's a big pleasure, and I will provide all the information to Alex. We are chatting and connected with him directly in Twitter. So thank you, Alex, as well, for inviting me, and pleasure to be here. That's great community and great things that you are doing. I saw, guys, you are investing a lot, and in different categories, in DeFi and NFTs and some others. So this is really cool, and would love to continue our communication, our relationships.
Yeah,
thank you.
Of course, man. Have a good evening, and a great month of March, and a successful launch.
Sure. Thank you, guys. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.